Tonight, of course, is a very emotional moment for the entire Nefesh family. Over the last 20 years, we've had the remarkable privilege of playing a part in over 70,000 unique Aliyah journeys. And we've experienced some unforgettable moments. We landed 3 Aliyah charter flights simultaneously from the US, UK, and Canada. We held a spontaneous Sheva Brachot mid-flight with musical accompaniment of the Olim on board. We celebrated and celebrate Yom Sidurim of 2,000 lone soldiers from 64 countries standing in a sea of languages, but united and unified for the cause of serving our country. We've witnessed several proposals at the bottom of the stairs on the tarmac. We even purchased a 1948 Rolls Royce and had Olim drive it from London to Israel. That was crazy. We did a Brit Milah in turbulence. No. And we landed a plane during Tzuk Eitan when the airport was closed, during war sirens. And Rav Lau and Natan were there with children on their laps as we quickly processed the parents before running to a bomb shelter. But if I was pressed to give you one singular memory, one extraordinary moment that will be forever etched in my heart, is that when a few years back on a charter flight, a nearing 90-year-old Holocaust survivor happened to be sitting next to a 10-year-old girl. They were both in business class. It's a whole other story. They began the flight as strangers. But as the flight continued, they shared and they chatted and they conversed about their butterflies and their nervousness in their stomachs and their combined excitement about moving to Israel. And when we landed and the doors opened to this thunderous crowd of flag-waving, welcoming groups, these 2 new friends stood at the door of the plane and they held each other's hands. This is one moment, by far, my favorite memory from the last 20 years of Nefesh history. Those clasped, interwoven hands symbolize the intersection of pain and promise, of past and future, the nexus of dream stuff and reality, and the disbelief and the wonderment of the marvel of what transpired for our nation in those 70 years between that clasp. I have a feeling that tonight will be my second most favorite memory. As we open our doors, not of a plane, but to a permanent new home in Yerushalayim HaKodesh, not to a thunderous welcoming crowd, but to a boundless future of possibilities, of enhancing our services both pre- and post-Aliyah, facilitating and assisting more Olim, opening a summer camp for Olim, launching an institute for advancements of policy and strategy, initiating a Zionist educational track, just to name a few. Projects that resonate the mission, vision, values of our homeland. And the image of those hands linked, yad biyad, are those of ours with our dear partners, who we are humbled to call colleagues. The Office of the Presidency, Misrad Aliyah B'Klita, the Jewish Agency, Misrad HaPnim, Kakal, JNF USA, FIDF, and IDF, all represented here today. We thank you for entrusting us with these extraordinary responsibilities. And to our dear and cherished donors who made this building possible, Bernie Marcus, the Samus Foundation, JNF USA, Sylvan Adams, Marty and Pearl Herskovitz, Drs. Toby and Mort Mower, Heidi Rothberg, Moitza Yisrael Yafa, and to the hundreds of other supporters, words are truly insufficient in expressing our gratitude. Yedidi Hayakar Tony. Tony, besides for Shabbat and Chag, we have spoken almost every day for the last 20 years. Being your partner in this noble project has been one of the greatest privileges of my life. And I know that Be'ezrat Hashem, we are only getting started. And to my darling wife, who stood by my side for the last 20 years of this crazy roller coaster, this simcha of the Chanukat Habayit is as much as yours as it is for me. Shechianu. שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה, יהי רצון that this campus is a house of service and celebration, of education and inspiration, of inclusiveness and respect, of partnership and pride. Not just an impressive edifice, but a beautiful nefesh that resides within. Thank you all so much for coming tonight and celebrating in our simcha.
תודה רבה לך, הרב פס, על מילים מעוררות השראה.